Hello Magic fans, and today we are taking a look at the Grand Goatnapper, one of the alchemy cards from Lorwyn Eclipsed Alchemy, and it is a very, very powerful commander. It's a 4 mana 3/4 in Rakdos, so black and red. It has spells you cast have affinity for goats. Yes, goats, one of the underappreciated creature types, I think you'll all agree, in Magic. And then we can tap the Grand Goatnapper and target non-goat creature perpetually becomes a goat in addition to its other types. Then we conjure a card named Goatnap into our hand, but we can only do this as a sorcery, and Goatnap is a card from Lorwyn Eclipsed, so we actually have it in the deck as well. 3 mana sorcery, pretty standard threaten effect, meaning you gain control of target creature, untap it, it gains haste. However, if that creature is also a goat, it gets +3/+0 till end of turn. So any commander or any card that reduces the cost of spells you play is incredibly powerful. And while yes, goat isn't the most abundant creature type, being able to turn creatures into goats basically really helps. And obviously we can then steal our opponent's creatures with a cheap Goatnap. So I'm not going to go through every card in the deck, but I will go through some. So first up we have goats. Now we only actually have, I think, one goat, Frantic Scapegoat, a 1 mana 1/1 haste. Also actually in stand at the moment. Discordant Piper from Theros does create a goat when it dies, and Woe Strider creates a goat when it enters. Woe Strider is obviously a very powerful card anyway. But then we do just have quite a few changelings, like Changeling Outcast, Universal Automaton. Stalactite Dagger creates a changeling when it enters. Black Market Connections can create a 3/2 changeling. All Shapeshifter with changing, Taurean Mauler, Adaptive Automaton, Bloodline Pretender, Faceless Agent, and obviously Firdoch Core, a mana rock that has every creature type. So obviously the more we have these out, the more cost reduction we're going to have before we create, well, we turn other creatures into goats. Next up, we have Sacrifice. So with threaten effects, what you really want to do is you want to steal your opponent's creature for a turn and then sacrifice it. You don't want to give it back. And we are leaning into that a bit. Things like Village Rites and Deadly Dispute let us draw cards. A Cursed Marauder, not the best one, but when it enters, each player does sacrifice a non-token creature of their choice. Obviously, if we steal a creature and then can Cursed Marauder afterwards, we can choose to sack the creature we've stolen. Diabolic Intent, we've got to sack a creature and then we can search our library for a card. Umbral Collared Zealot, just a free sack outlet. Goblin Bombardment, again, another free sack outlet. Evereth, Viceroy of Plunder, is a free sack outlet for artifacts and creatures, and it also grows Evereth as well. Warren Soul Trader, not quite free, it does cost 1 life. Broadside Bombardiers has boast, meaning we can use this ability when it attacks, or if it has attacked this turn. And basically, so we can attack with the creature we've stolen, and then afterwards we can boast, and that's sacrifice another creature or artifact. This creature deals damage equal to 2, plus the sacrifice permanent's mana evade at a target. Yawgmoth, we all know, we can pay 1 life and sack another creature. And then Rakdos, we can just sack another creature to gain indestructible and then turn and tap it. However, whenever we sack another creature, we exile cards equal to its mana value from the top of target player's library. To our next end step, we may play those cards, and mana of any type can be spent to cast those spells. So again, we can sack a creature we've stolen and then look at some of the cards in our opponent's deck and play those as well, but only on the same turn. Well, until our next end step, likely going to be at turn. Next up, we just have some synergy for sacrifice or things dying. Blood Artist drains our opponent. Yuri grows Yuri whenever we sack another permanent. Mayhem Devil pings anything when we sack another permanent. Pitiless Plunderer, whenever another creature we control dies, we create a treasure token. And then Spectacle Destruction, an alchemy card from last year. Whenever 1 or more creatures die, we put a rec counter on the enchantment. Beginning of upkeep, if it has 1 or more rec counters on it, we do remove a rec counter from it and seek a non-land card. So just a way to carry on getting cards into our deck. And next up, we do have a couple more threaten effects. We've not gone full into threaten, just because with the Goatnapper, we're going to have so many. But we do have Goatnap and then Zealous Conscripts. When it enters, we gain control of a creature an opponent controls. Untap it, it gains haste. And the Conscript itself has haste. And next up, we just have our finishers. So expensive spells we want to reduce with the Grand Goatnapper. Fury, not that expensive, but ridiculously powerful. Liliana, a great, powerful Planeswalker. Flexing Flesh Gorger, we can play it for 3 as a 3/3, but we want to reduce the cost of a 7 mana and get down to 7/5. British Multiverse, the big bad Sheldred, the 7 mana one. Beginning of our upkeep, return target creature card from a graveyard from from our graveyard to the battlefield, begin of each opponent's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature of their choice. So I have 7 deaths, we all know because it's in standard. Ugin, obviously in standard, an immensely powerful planeswalker. Overwhelming odds, destroy all creatures target opponent controls. Draw a card for each creature destroyed this way. 1 mana Wrath and draw is insane. Gristleband, just an insanely powerful creature. A 8 mana 7/7 flying lifelink, pay 7 life, draw 7 cards. Not sure why it doesn't cost 7 mana. And then Rise of the Dark Realms, put all creature cards from all graveyards on the battlefield under our control. Casting these for 2 or 3 or 4 is insane, especially if we can Overwhelming Odds and Rise of the Dark Realms. The other card I want to pay attention to is Sting, the Glinting Dagger. It's an equipment which might seem slightly out of place, but it's 2 mana. Quick creature gets +1/+1 and it has haste, so that's pretty good if we can get it on the Goatnapper. But also the key one is at the beginning of each combat we untap equipped creature, meaning we can tap the Goatnapper, turn another creature into a goat, and then untap it, meaning we can attack with it if we want to, or in the second main phase we can turn something else into a goat. Rest of the deck is standard stuff. Ramp, removal, other good things as well. Mana base, only 2 colours, so as you would expect. Now, I know what some of you might be doing. You might be screaming at the screen saying, what? No Masterwood Nexus? For those who don't know, Masterwood Nexus is a 4 mana artifact that gives all creatures you control, all creatures in your hand and library, all creature types, and you can pay mana to spit out a Changeling token. I did have it, but then I realised that the Grand Goatnapper specifically says target non-goat creature, which means you can't just repeatedly tap it and target the same creature. So if we had Masterwood Nexus, everything would be a goat, so we wouldn't be able to tap the Goatnapper, and that's half the value and half the fun would be actually an opponent's commander. But because it's perpetual, what's really good is if you turn the Goatnapper into a goat, even if it gets removed, as long as you don't choose to remove perpetual effects from it when it goes to your command zone, next time you play it, it will be a goat, meaning you get that cost reduction straight away. So that's why I know Masterwood Nexus, because I did make the mistake of playing it before I realised. So a really, really fun and powerful commander. I don't think I've actually played against it, and it is really, really powerful. As I said, reducing the cost of your own spells and stealing your opponent's cards is just bonkers. So really, really fun. Hope you all enjoy it. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe. I'd like to give a shout out to my patrons, Arcadius, Mihal, Thomas and Adrian. And I do have a new patron as well, Pestilence. Welcome and thank you very much. I hope you all enjoy it, and I'll see you all in my gameplay. We go first. We've got Firdoch Core, that's really good. We can survey our turn 1. Would like a 2 mana ramp card, but can't have everything. I've got the Grey Havens down. Orcus Theatre. Yeah, sure, I can get as another goat. And they keep on top, that's always worrying. They are ramping with Farseek on any land that's not a forest. Well, any land that isn't a forest all by itself. Get down as a Firdoch Core. If we draw untapped land, we can Goatnapper. Actually, no, we can't Goatnapper and then Broadside Bombardiers. Unless our opponent wants to block. They do. We get a goat. No, it does have haste, so we did miss out, but oh well. They are charting a course. I would have liked them to play Kenrith. Play a creature. Don't play a Day of Judgment. Fair enough. Well, let's just get our Goatnapper down again. Do one boast. That's kind of annoying. Well, we can steal you. Ooh, chucking away a Titan of Industry. What into the graveyard. Can Kenrith get stuff back? Yes. Stormhide Ancient. Great. You can become a goat. You can be stolen. You can be played. And so can you. We create treasure. You. Problem is, they get back the ancient. I don't think they can do that this turn. I mean, you can still you as well. I believe that's probably lethal. Oh, it's a bit smaller, but yeah. Playing that one big creature doesn't work. No ramp. And no early creatures. So this is a mulligan. I mean, this isn't better, but there's some ramp. Perfect. Wall. Get a Raucous Theatre. We'll keep that because that can take out. That can take out our opponent, Commander, as well as Fury. They're going all in on let's get down our Goatnapper. Well, crap. take out their commander. There is their commander. We will bring him. X equals 1. Take out their commander again. Yep, that's understandable. Commander does now cost 7. We can replay the Grand Goatnapper next turn. Hopefully, start goating. I would like to get either a Sile or Phyrexian Flesh Gorger down. 4, 5, 6. I mean, we can actually do either with a land. But we will goat you. We will get you down. I think they have something. There's drawing with their Mind Stone. And now they play out their commander, we can just nick it. We get to goat twice with Sting. But also goat and attack. But yeah, what do they have in their hand that they couldn't play out with 6 mana? Ridiculous. We go first. They don't actually have any red mana. We're going to take a lot of damage, but let's get down Black Market Connections. One of each, please. Yep, keep you as well. Let's get down the miner, and that way we can keep the treasure. What do you have, opponent? Nothing? Oh no, you got green. Drop you in. Bring him. And get Tyvar down. Ooh, a Grand Caller. Not fair. Four, 5. Let's get down. Well, let's just swing in. Or not. Do you want to block? How is it this difficult? I was what, on fire for? Treasure. Draw. I think we have to full cost the Flesh Gorger. You can both swing in. Ooh. That's a problem. Just a treasure then. Ba 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 ba. Let us shoulder it. They're at 5, they have to block. You couldn't just block with the... I probably should have attacked with all. Definitely should have attacked with the miner. But they do have to sacrifice something. There goes the Mystic. And the Llanowar Elves. Right. Well. No ramp. No, well, I suppose. Don't want to go down to 6. The Mentors. Not great. There is Mwara. Put down our Faceless Agent. Ooh, Harlana and Elena is tough. We'll get down Grand Goatnapper and Universal Automaton. I mean, we're not far away from being able to cast Overwhelming Forces. In fact, we can cast Sheoldred next turn. In fact, we can cast Overwhelming Forces next turn as well. Well, that's 14. Let's... Can't be blocked by creature power 2 or less. Let's block you then. Goodbye! He drew a lot of cards as well. I bizarrely forget that about the Overwhelming Forces. Oh, the Miner can go... a Goatnap can go... And let's say a Blood Crypt can go. I would love to find Rise of the Dark Realms now. Well, let's still hugs. Sure. Then we'll pay out Sheoldred. Yeah, may as well pay you out to the land. Right. There's a Muera. Yep, and our opponent scoops. We still, well, both of them, because we can turn. We have things which aren't goats, and then Soul Trader or Yawgmoth just lets us sacrifice them. Mayhem Devil lets us ping our opponent, and yeah, it's just not fair, is it? Our opponent goes first. I think this is a mulligan. This is better. Well, let's get down a Shambling Cast then. Get down our Arcane Signet. Growth Spiral. This way. We can Lightning Bolt something if we need to. We will get down Rising of the Day before the Grand Goatnapper. And yeah, let's drop you in until we get down the Outcast. Do withdraw in some of our bigger threats, since we don't actually have anything we want to ramp into. just Lightning Bolt goes Shintai. Let's turn you into a goat. Take out Go Shintai. And we'll swing in with a Changeling Outcast. Next turn we may just steal High Bay for a turn. Yeah, a bit annoying. Well, let's get down to the terminus. And yeah, let's steal High Bay. And we'll swing in. Good Massacre for 2, but I don't think that's necessarily worth it for now. We can kind of just carry on stealing High Bay. Well, I think we do Massacre for 1 then. Well, let's get down Evereth. Let's steal the High Bay. Let's turn it into a goat and steal it. Let's Massacre for 1. Quite a choice token. I imagine they block. And then we will sacrifice High Bay. They can replay it, but they were flickering it anyway, so... And it depends whether they stop it becoming a goat. They have. So we can turn it into a goat again. And obviously Goatnap will give it a buff. We can steal that as a blocker as well. Hopefully we draw something better. That's you, and I believe well, that's 6 axes. Yeah, beat Hay by there pretty easily.